A defiant Fulton County District Attorney delivers a message to her detractors.
Black women are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
During an appearance today at an African Methodist Episcopal church outside Atlanta, Fani Willis talked about what she's gone through since former President Donald Trump tried to get her removed from prosecuting his election subversion case in Georgia, and since Nathan Wade resigned as a prosecutor in the case because of their previous relationship.
What can I say? I lived the experience of a black woman who is attacked and over-sexualized. See, I'm so tired of hearing these idiots call my name as Fanny in a way to attempt to humiliate me. Because like silly schoolboys, the name reminds them of a woman's rear, of her behind.
Willis did not mention anyone by name in her speech, but alluded to the moment Trump's former attorney, Rudy Giuliani, made an offensive remark about her at a Michigan church event last week.
I've got two prosecutors, Fanny the hoe.
Willis responded to that this morning.
Very anti-Christian behavior celebrated. In fact, they cheer, celebrated, and laugh loudly.
This came just hours after CNN's Caitlin Collins interviewed Nathan Wade. A tense moment came with this question.
When did the romantic relationship between the two of you start?
There's been this effort to say that, okay, these exact dates are at issue, and these exact dates are I'm getting signaled here.
A consultant to Wade interrupted the interview. They moved aside and spoke for a few moments. Then Collins resumed.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you guys, Fani Willis is not going to like this video because last time we talked about Fanny Pack, she was boohoo whining and crying about being a black woman and how, as a black woman going after her political opponent, people are critical of her, okay? People have things to say about her that aren't so nice. And because of that, she's playing the victimhood card, boohoo, whining and crying racism and over-sexualization, okay? Because apparently this is something that liberal black women do all the time. They sexualize themselves and then they get mad at people for pointing out the fact that, hey, you have sexualized yourself, okay? They get upset about it and then they want to cry victim, okay? She's upset that people are talking about the relationship she had with Nathan Wade and the fact that because of the sexual nature of the relationship that it derailed the Trump case out in Georgia, okay? The case that she was relying on to take her career to the next level, because that is the new thing in the Democrat Party. Go after Trump if you want to try to run for a higher office. And that is what Fani Willis was attempting to do, but because she couldn't keep her legs closed, she ended up basically destroying her own case, okay? Now she's the one that's kind of on trial for her behavior, not Trump, okay? So it's likely that we won't see that trial before the election. Now, in the meantime, Nathan Wade is doing a ton of media interviews, and I'm not entirely sure why, okay? Because this guy really does seem to lack discipline, okay? And that shouldn't be a surprise because clearly he lacks discipline, right? I mean, that's why he's in this situation in which he is kicked off of the case. He can't be on the case. But it seems like for whatever reason, he wants to be a social media star, like a media star. He is doing all these interviews on these mainstream liberal media outlets, and he is getting very close to destroying what's left of the Fani Willis case, because in his interview with CNN, he was asked a question about the timeline of the relationship. And this is a very, very, very important question, and a question that Nathan Wade has to be extremely careful when it comes to answering, because essentially the belief is that him and Fani Willis lied on the oath about the start of their relationship. They say, well, their relationship started after they started working on the Trump case. However, all evidence points to their relationship beginning before the Trump case started, okay? In fact, it goes back as far as 2019, according to some accounts. And if Nathan Wade slips up and contradicts what he told the court, then he could be in trouble for lying under oath, okay, which is a part of the reason why Trump's appeals have been so successful against Fani Willis in regards to delaying the trial, is because there is this odor of mendacity, okay, this kind of stench of lying that is coming from Nathan Wade and Fani Willis. And Fani Willis being a prosecutor, if she in fact lied on the oath about the timeline of that relationship, then that completely discredits her when it comes to being on this case. So I'm not entirely sure why Nathan Wade continues to do these interviews and to be in the media. I guess he wants to be a superstar, right? But he really is humiliating himself and Fani Willis even further, because that's exactly what's going to happen to him when he goes on Comedy Central, The Daily Show, with Marlon Wayans, who's a comedian. And Marlon Wayans is essentially going to make fun of him and Fani Willis's relationship to his face, okay? And he's going to do it in a way that's actually very, 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 I think, funny, because Fani Willis was complaining about being overly sexualized, and I wonder if she's going to complain about this right here, right, which is coming from a liberal network, okay, of them sexualizing her. So I want to react to it, but before we get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, Noble Gold. Gold is on an unstoppable run. It has went up 81% over the past 5 years and almost 20% over the past 12 months. It is happening. Central banks are ditching the dollar and U.S. treasuries, and they are buying more gold. The good news is that it is predicted to go up even more. UBS predicted that gold could go up to $5,000, and at Noble Gold Investments, their phones are ringing off the hook. And that is because everybody wants to protect their retirement with gold, and you can do it as well. Noble Gold Investments can help you secure some gold to protect your future. From day one, you work with the same dedicated all-American expert. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced investor, Noble Gold Investments will help you get all the help that you need. And this month, Noble Gold Investments is offering a free 1/4 ounce gold standard coin when you open up a qualified account. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. And don't forget, there's a risk with every investment, and there's no guarantee of any kind.
So let me ask you, when old girl was like, hey babe, you want to be in charge of this prosecution of the president of the United States who did this insurrection, did you think like, this could get messy? Or you was like, nah, I'll be all right?
We did not have that type of relationship
Right.
at the outset, and we were interviewing other people for the position.
What position was it?
It was the position of
Which
special
position?
prosecutor.
Did that position look like this? Or did that position look like this?
So no.
Wow. Again, humiliating for Fani Willis. Okay, she is pounding sand watching this. Okay, I mean, this is something that probably has to really get on her nerves, because again, she's the one that was complaining about being overly sexualized, but because of her sexual relationship with Nathan Wade, this is what the result is. Okay, you have people making fun of her again, even on this liberal network, because her case, the fact that she's still on the case, like all of this is really just one big joke. It really is. Okay. And this is why people are making fun of them. But you saw at the beginning of this, okay, how Marlon Wayans essentially asked him a question about the beginning of the relationship. Okay. And Nathan Wade will continue to get questions about the beginning of the relationship as long as he continues to do these media tours. And I'm not entirely sure why he insists on continuing to do this when all he has to do is make one slip up and he could essentially destroy the whole case. But hey, you know, if this is what he wants to do, be my guest, right? Continue to do these media tours. But this really shows you the type of drug that clout is, because this guy's rich, right? Nathan Wade, he has plenty of money. There's no real reason for him to continue to do these tours except that he wants the fame and whatever comes along with doing these interviews in the mainstream liberal media. I'm not sure exactly what else he's getting out of it except, again, fame. But, you know, I think he's playing with fire. I really do. Okay. And he's lucky that a lot of these interviews are edited. So even if he does slip up and say something crazy, they'll probably just take it out. Okay. Because they're definitely trying to save that Fani Willis case. But, you know, if I was this guy, I would just stop talking. But he just continues to talk. And I think it's hilarious how essentially he's getting roasted now for lacking discipline, right, when it comes to his relationship with Fani Willis in this case.
After Wade resigned as special prosecutor, Trump's law dogs still tried to use their relationship to get the case thrown out. They compelled his ass to testify and grilled this hard.
Did you go to a cabin with Miss Willis ever?
But the homie had answers.
Ever?
Ever.
No.
Wow.
You remember booking a cabin?
I booked lots of cabins.
My question is, where you booking all these cabins?
So.
How many district attorneys you be smashing in cabins?
Zero.
Wow. Wow. Again, I don't know why this guy continues to do these interviews. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It must be clout. That's the only thing I can think of, because this guy continues to get asked the same questions. Again, this is not making Fani Willis look good. If this is Fani Willis's friend, he's not being a good friend right now, right? I'm just saying. I don't know what's going on right now.
Is it Airbnb or Verbo? Where you be getting all these cabins from? That's what my people want to know.
Where do I get them?
Well, it comes from Fulton County taxpayers, right? That's where it comes from, okay? That's exactly where it comes from. Fulton County. It comes for the taxpayers. That's how he affords it, okay? That was the whole point of him being on the case, is for him to get paid because he is Fani Willis's boyfriend, which means that she benefits from it because he can then take her on these lavish trips on taxpayer dime, okay? This is how it goes. Now, again, this interview has received mixed reactions. Some people are upset about the way that Nathan Wade conducted himself during his interview, so let's read here. The interview has since received mixed reactions on social media, with some users criticizing Wade for participating in the comments and publicizing. In a post to X, formerly Twitter, Anthony Michael Kress, a constitutional law professor at Georgia State University College of Law, criticized Wade's comments, calling it gross, adding that Willis and the people of Fulton County deserve better. Well, apparently they don't, okay, because they essentially voted for Fani Willis to represent the Democrat Party in the primary, okay? So if they don't vote Fani Willis out, no, they don't deserve better, okay? I mean, this is exactly what they deserve because this is what they voted for. Quote, "This is gross. Wade should be embarrassed, and Fani Willis, whatever her mistakes, deserves better than this, as do the people of Fulton County," Chris wrote. Adding in separate posts, quote, "Nathan Wade's casual misogyny popping up on national television. Can't say Madam DA didn't tell us on the stand, though. The thing with Nathan Wade is I went from, quote, he's a human who messed up bad, to he's relishing in his massive F up. The former is forgivable. The latter is not." Yeah, so that's why I said if Nathan Wade is supposed to be Fani Willis's friend, he's definitely not being a good friend, okay? Because he's humiliating her. And I don't even think he realizes that, yeah, he's making this worse, okay? He is flirting with completely messing up the case, okay? And again, I don't understand exactly why he's doing it, but hey, he should keep going, right? Keep doing it. X user, The Shallow State, wrote on X, quote, "This is terrible, both politically and in general." In addition, political commentator Charlie Sykes wrote on X, "Stop, just stop." Meanwhile, others in the comments of The Daily Show's YouTube video praised the interview, as one fan commented, quote, "That is hilarious, and the fact that he got the joke and was able to laugh, that really elevates and humanizes him. Great interview." Yeah, so again, this comes as Fani Willis is facing a whole lot of backlash, okay, for her handling of this case, okay, and she could be removed from the case altogether. We know that the case probably is not going to happen before the election, but this right here definitely does not help. Again, I'm not entirely sure why Nathan Wade continues to talk to the media despite what is happening to his girlfriend, but it doesn't seem like he really cares about her too much, because if he actually really did, if he cared about her, if he cared about the case, then he would just shut up, but he won't. So I really don't get it, okay? I think he's trying to become a television star, or he's trying to, I don't know, increase his own, like, visibility in the media or whatever. Maybe he's trying to get some new gig. I'm not entirely sure what he's going for here, but hey, keep it up, right? Keep it up, Nathan. You are the gift that keeps on giving. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.